Welcome to Panthera's Mischief Night Special. Years ago, we celebrated Halloween with a night of harmless mischief. It was the night before Halloween. I'm not sure exactly how it goes anymore, but I'll try. I remember we used to do something with toilet paper, but I can't remember. Well, we know it's usually for that. Or do we sit it in a tray? Nah. Maybe I wrap it around a tree branch real carefully, real tight. Is that it? That's not it either. I do remember this one. Ding dong. Anybody there? No. Ding dong. Is anybody gonna open that door? Don't think so. Ding dong. Now I ditch. Old man's coming out going, "Where are those damn kids?"
Stop it.
I also remember we had eggs. Not sure what to do with them either. I don't know. Did we put them in a frying pan? Nah. Well, maybe we came over and we would smash them. Smash. 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 I don't think that was right either. It definitely had to do with smashing pumpkins. Ta-da! I'm done. In Connecticut, New Jersey, upstate New York, Kentucky, and Rhode Island, Devil's Night is the name of the night before Halloween that started many years ago as Mischief Night, with mild-mannered pranks, jokes, toilet papering homes, parties, and games like Ding Dong Ditch. Mischief Night, also known as Devil's Night, Cabbage Night, Devil's Eve, Goosey Night, and Gate Night, the holiday is celebrated in the United States the day before Halloween on October 30th. For many Americans, the night of October 30th is just like any other night, but in a tiny pocket of our vast country, there are people preparing for a storied tradition that is Mischief Night. There are a couple ideas that is no mean exclusive. The tradition came from 18th century England when a school headmaster encouraged mischief to be had. Records go back to 1790 when fellows of St. John's College, Oxford, studied a headmaster who had encouraged a school play which ended in an ode of fun which praises children's tricks on Mischief Night in most approving terms. The holiday is actually a repercussion from the Great Depression. Black Tuesday occurred on October 29th, and the vandalism directly correlates with the economic turmoil of that day. Though they have different names, Devil's Night and Cabbage Night are both referring to the same tradition as Mischief Night. Devil's Night is a little bit easier to explain since, to the eye, people do bad things on Devil's Night, and the devil loves bad things. Cabbage Night, on the other hand, makes less sense mainly because cabbages are not usually vehicles of violence or vandalism. No one ever said, "Do you intend to do harm with that cabbage?" It turns out that Cabbage Night got its name from people leaving out rotten vegetables on people's stoops and porches and smearing rotten vegetables on windows. A more wholesome, vegetable-oriented kind of mischief, it seems. Now I have a creepy story. It's called In the Pine Barrens, Jersey Devil. My story takes place about 20 years ago. I remember it as if it was just yesterday. My ex-husband and I were pretty adventurous, and we had 3 friends that were the same. One night, we decided to pack into our truck and go to the Pine Barrens, or the Wharton State Forest as it is formerly known. We were all talking and laughing and enjoying each other's company. It was only 20 minutes from our house, so it didn't take long at all to reach. My husband turned off the main road onto our favorite truck trail, made of sand and stone and pretty noisy. We all heard the legend of the Jersey Devil. As legend has it, in the early 1700s, a Pines resident known as Mother Leeds found out that she was pregnant with her 13th child. Her husband was a drunkard who did little to provide for his family. Being exhausted, she raised her hands to heaven and said, "Let this child be a devil." Some months later, with midwives around, Mother Leeds gave birth to a normal baby boy. However, within minutes, the high-pitched wailing of the child became something hideous. It had grown horns, long claws from its fingers, and wings for arms, and 2 legs that had hooves. Red eyes stared at the midwives before the monster killed most of them, went into the next room, and killed the husband and most of the children. The children that were alive saw it fly up the chimney and disappear into the night. It's said that if you go back into those woods and scream once, you will hear the Jersey Devil scream back. So, as always, we put the truck windows down, parked it, and turned off our headlights. I'm the big mouth of the group, so I screamed once. Nothing back. We all laughed and drove to our favorite spot, Apple Pie Hill. This area has an old fire tower where forest rangers would go up and monitor the pines for fire or anything out of the ordinary. The towers were made of metal and were 60 feet tall with stairs leading up to the observation deck. Up there you could see the Philadelphia skylights in one direction and the Atlantic City casino lights in the other. It was a night with a full moon, so we could see the trees and the truck parked about 100 feet away. We made our way up to the tower. It was a beautiful night, so many stars. Everyone was talking when we heard a loud rustling noise from down below. Not thinking much of it, everyone else started talking again. But I was fixated, looking at the spot where we heard the rustling. I could have sworn that I saw something big out there. I couldn't make it out. Maybe a bear? Maybe a large deer? The noise got louder, and I looked at everyone and said, "There's something big down there, guys." One smart-ass screamed out, "Who's there?" Then we heard this high-pitched scream that ended in a snort like a bull would make. It was right where I saw the big animal, but it wasn't there anymore. To be smart, we decided to shut up and listen. Everyone was looking down to see if anything was there. We did so for about 10 minutes. No screams, no rustling. We walked down the stairs quietly, and once our feet hit the ground, we all ran for the truck, jumped in, started it up, and spun wheels out of there. That was when I saw what looked like a figure of a horse running in the woods alongside the truck about 40 feet away. I was stunned. There are no loose horses back there. Then I squinted my eyes and noticed that it had longer legs in the back than the front, making its gait awkward. I thought, this isn't right, and asked everyone if they saw what I did. No one said a word as they looked out the windows of the truck. We looked at each other. When we heard another awful wail, we couldn't see that the animal was there anymore. We sped up faster. All we wanted to do was get to the blacktop. Once on the road, we all did a fast look at each other and drove home without mentioning what we saw. So was it the Jersey Devil? or something else in those woods. We never went back there again at night. That's today's Mischief Night Odyssey. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. It's free and it really helps out. If you have a recommendation on the topic, email me. My address is below and I'd love to hear from you. And remember, is a horse, of course. That's for us old folks out there. Bye, y'all.